where a 16-year-old child was shot dead this week while walking home from school. Rethabile Mashile was gunned down by an unknown suspect on a public road. Images of the child's lifeless body were circulated on social media, which has now angered the family. They're now appealing for anyone with information about the shooting or additional footage of this incident to come forward. They're also appealing for assistance to bury their child. All right, let's go to Karinda Jagmohan now, who's got the latest on this story for us. Karinda, thank you for making time. I imagine the family of this 16-year-old is trying to make sense of this killing.
Certainly, good day to you. It's a tragic moment for Rethabile Mashile's family. She would have actually turned 17 on this coming Wednesday. She was gunned down just a few hundred meters away from the school as she was walking home from school. Now, she has lived a tragic life. Last year, her mother was murdered in Inanda, Durban, and that's why she moved here to KwaDukuza to live with her aunt. There are rumors in the community that Rethabile might have been killed because she may have been a witness to her mother's murder in Inanda last year. But her family says this is not the case, as she wasn't with her mother at the time. Still, they say that Rethabile was targeted because of the manner in which the suspect was seen waiting around the school on the morning of the shooting on Thursday, and then because of how the shooting unfolded. We had a lengthy conversation with Rethabile's aunt this morning, and before I go on to explain how the shooting actually unfolded, take a listen to Rethabile's aunt, who reminisced about her niece, who we're told was a typical teenager, misbehaving at some times, but certainly one who loved her family dearly. Take a listen.
She was cooking for me. She was making my bed in the morning because I'm leaving at 5:45. I was sleeping with her. That's the most part I missed, because I got no partner now in my bed. She was doing everything like all the other children. I will miss her a lot. Whoever did this to my daughter, I'm deeply in pain because of that. But I will always miss her. Even her misbehavior and everything, I do miss her, because she was the only young girl in the house. When I want to practice my powers as a mother, I start with her.
Now, you'll hear there, of course, Rethabile being very close with her aunt over the past few months following her mother's death. Now, what happened on Thursday last week is Rethabile was walking home from her school here, when a suspect wearing a black hat approached her and shot her from the back of her head, or on the back of her head. As she lay on the floor, some of those who were around this area started taking videos and pictures, and those gruesome images were shown online, and it's disturbed the family. But as this has happened, Rethabile's aunt has said, well, if those who have taken videos and pictures could do so, surely they could have taken pictures of the suspect who was wearing that black hat, who was seen at the scene, or the black Golf vehicle that was also seen fleeing the scene, so that police could be assisted in their investigations. But take a listen to Rethabile's aunt as she describes the pain of just seeing those images posted on social media of her niece's lifeless body.
The only thing that hurts me on that day was the children that we gave from that Inkosi Albert. They were taking photos for my daughter while she was lying down. There's some photos where she wasn't even covered, with her uniform lying down speechless. They posted on Facebook. My daughter phoned me before I even phoned her, seeing her sister lying down there. She's saying, what happened to Thabile? Somebody said she's shot. I couldn't even speak to her because I didn't phone them. I was still in a shock. But Facebook people, they've already posted her.
Now there you hear the pain of Rethabile's family in the midst of this, and of course the aftermath as they're trying to deal with this. A 16-year-old girl was killed on this public road by someone who approached her and shot her at the back of her head. The family believes this was a targeted assassination, and right now they're dealing with trying to understand the motive, especially because of the painful history that Rethabile has. But ultimately, there is a major issue of the work of hitmen operating across KwaZulu-Natal. Just yesterday, we were in Pietermaritzburg, where 10 people from one house were gunned down. 2 suspects were arrested and 1 suspect was killed by police, and the police minister was there. But at that time, he acknowledged the fact that KZN is in crisis when it comes to escalating crime and the problem of the fact that hitmen have been operating in or from KwaZulu-Natal. The minister even yesterday spoke about the fact of, or linked to the Babita Deokaran murder, where he said that several of the suspects in that case are from KwaZulu-Natal. So there is this major issue of gun violence and the operation of targeted assassinations here. The community then in Pietermaritzburg yesterday, as well as here in Inshaweni, KwaDukuza today, are demanding for more police visibility or an expanded police service because of these escalating crimes, and now where a 16-year-old child has been gunned down while walking home from school just days before her 17th birthday. I'll keep you updated on the story throughout the rest of the day.
Oh, that's such a tragic story. Karinda Jagmohan, thank you for that update live to us from KwaZulu-Natal.